I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I really like rocks. There are three kinds of people in this world: those who see, those who see when they are shown, and those who do not see. That's a quote by Leonardo da Vinci. It's a pretty old one. I'd like to rephrase it just a little bit because I believe there are three kinds of people in this world. There are those who see, those who see when they are shown, and those who ignore what they're seeing when they're shown. That's what I think. So let's move on because it's Rock Appreciation Day. It's my favorite day. You rock. It's Rock Appreciation Day. Every day is Rock Appreciation Day, in case you didn't know, and I'm a Philistine. I really am, because I love rocks. And that's what that word means when you break it down for prefix and suffix. Prefix, Philly, is a Greek word. It means love. Steen is a Hebrew word. It means stone. So I'm a lover of stones. I'm going to show you how much I love stones in the upcoming videos. It's one of my rocks. You can see those pretty rocks down there on the ground, on the table, I should say. Now, these are my anomalous rocks. Just want to show you a little bit, a preview of the rocks that I have to share, and just describe them to you so you know what we're seeing here. Okay, so over here on the left, I remember finding this rock. It looks like a cell phone or something. And this rock has similarities with all of these rocks, which, if you can see, if I just show you the backside, that they're all very similar. See, they all have this curve about them, and they have this top and this bottom, long bottom here. See how I had this big fold up on top here, a big bulge, and they have a curve. And let's go back here, take a look back here again, because the curve, there's also this little red bit in here and a red bit in here. And this seems to go over, and this has an inside, and this goes over, this goes over, this goes over. It has some little veins in it. And I don't know what these are, but I do, what I do know is that I have a whole bunch of them. And this isn't even all of the ones that I have. So just with these rocks right here, you got to look at these rocks and you wonder, what kind of rocks are they? Are they an igneous rock? Are they a sedimentary rock? Or are they a metamorphic rock? Because according to the current paradigm of rocks, the most popular paradigm, I'll say, it's the rationale, if you will, the theory, says that this is where rocks come from. And I used to think that, I used to have this image of this igneous rock over here, that our rocks came from this big chunk and they all just broke off. And I'm pretty sure that's what most people have in their minds. And then you have the metamorphic rocks. These are all formed by lava, right? The igneous and the metamorphic are formed by lava. The difference between an igneous and a metamorphic rock is the metamorphic rock, it gets a double dose of lava because it metamorphosizes because of the extra lava that came over top of it, and over millions and millions of years, as they say, became that. That's what it became. And the sedimentary rock is just layers of rocks on top of each other that formed over a few years. Now, there's other theories for how these rocks came about. This is the uniformitarianism and gradualism is what they call this, which we'll get into in another video. But for now, I just want to share some of the current paradigm of rocks so you can see that I know what most people think about rocks. This is the current science of rocks. And a lot of people are going to disagree with me about what I think about rocks, but I don't really care because you haven't done this work. Oh, yeah, you're going to hate me for saying that, but that's okay. Some of you might hate me for saying that. I like to ask questions. And I'm coming out with my questions and my observations and my scientific method. That's the method I used to gather my rocks. First, you ask a question: how come these rocks all have the same shape? And I'm going to splice in a video here of my green rock that I found back in 2018 that just made me wonder, what kind of rock is that? Doesn't look like a metamorphic rock. Doesn't look like, it could be a metamorphic rock, but doesn't look like an igneous rock or a sedimentary rock. It's too weird to look like that. There's that rock video. So then you research it, and I researched it to, get the lingo down. I read all my rock books, see what they're saying about the rocks. And my hypothesis about the rocks was something's off. And then I saw a Stellium 7 video. And when I saw the Stellium 7 video, a Stellium 7 with Mike, he has the Heart Rock videos, which came out in 2020. And I was saying during 2020, how's your vision? Can you see? Hope you can. Well, what are you seeing? I saw the rocks. That's what I saw. I saw them everywhere. I went out and about and I did my experiments. I analyzed my data. And this is me reporting my conclusions. 2 years worth of thought and work. So let's get on to the observation and the question now. The observation happened. I collected my data from riverbeds, gravel pits, the hills, the roads, the water itself, just all over the place, just walking with my little dog, Spunky Monkey Foo. Spunky Monkey Foo needed to go for a walk twice a day. So I was sure to take him out and bring a little bag with me, like about this big of a bag, a little side bag. Spunky used to fit in there. And when he didn't fit in there and he was walking on his own, I'd fill that bag with rocks. And then I'd fill buckets like this big, huge buckets. I'd fill sometimes 2, sometimes 3 buckets a day full of rocks that all had these strange anomalies. Doing the scientific method. You should try it sometime. So throughout the next little bit here, I'm going to be sharing my organized rocks. And the reason that I have the organ in brackets is because well, we'll figure that out later, because you know why. If you're in that community, that mud fossil community, you know why. If you're not, hopefully you can learn something here and see something that you've never seen before and ask some questions, because I feel like what I have here is going to raise a lot of questions. So let's look at this. This is what you go to Google. When you look up for Google, when you go to Google, you look up rock shapes. This is what you get. Pretty random looking. Looks like a piece of rock that chipped off a bigger rock. Because that's what we think. This is one of my tables of rocks. I put together many tables of rocks. I had an opportunity because I was moving from one house to the other, and the house I was in was filling up with rocks. You would not believe how many rocks there were in my house. It was absurd, not only inside, but outside. And during the move, I had the opportunity to organize my rocks. And these little itty bitty ones here on top of the bigger ones are the same shape as the ones underneath them. There's my green one I showed you earlier. It actually matches these guys. They're the same shape and contours. And this is only one table. I have videos of the table I have stationary camera videos and moving camera videos and lots of pictures. And I have pictures of the rocks getting wet. These are my shiny rocks in the middle and the other strange little rocks there on the edges. This one looks like a big mess, but when we get down in the pictures, you could see there are pictures of the very strange, like down here in the corner. I have my what look like ninja head rocks, but I don't think they're ninja heads. I think it's probably something. Hard to say what it is, but they look like ninja heads, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but you'll see. These ones are really strange. These ones look very melted on the edge here, around the edge of this thing here. These look like big melted rocks. Very strange ones here. Of course, they're all very strange. Right now, it probably just looks like a big mess of rocks. I know it's a lot to focus on and kind of hard, but this is just a preview, so don't feel too overwhelmed. You can always pause the video and take a look if you want to take a closer look at everything. Zoom in, like I can zoom in right now. See, look at this weird rock here. That's about as far as it zooms in. This big one here has smaller versions of it. Yeah, very strange rocks. When do anomalies stop being anomalies, right? Okay, moving on. Oh, these ones, they're all very, they call them wishing rocks. And some people have theories about how these rocks are made by squishing and all that, but I've got this is one of my favorites here, because here we have the turkey heart. This is an actual turkey heart from a turkey, you know, the turkeys you buy in the store. And these are chicken hearts. They had them in bulk in about a thing this big. My dog eats them. He loves them. And this is a rock. And these are rocks next to the turkey heart and the chicken heart. So these rocks are hearts, is what I think. And these strange turkey hearts and chicken hearts and rocks come from this table back here. So these could all be like avian bird parts for all I know, for all anyone knows, really. I've never seen anyone else collect them and put them together like this. And here I am just showing what I got because I thought it was strange, and I hopefully, you know, we could think twice about the fundamentals of reality, as I've been questioning my whole life using the scientific method, which you can do too if you like, but most people don't. Some do, you know. I bet you do, and that's why you're still watching, because you're intrigued about these weird things. This is a chicken gizzard here. This right here, this is a chicken gizzard. And this is a rock. And then you notice the contours in this rock and the gizzard. Take a look at these guys. As you can see up here, we'll start up here on the left. This is a gizzard and a rock. This is the same gizzard and the same rock, just taking pictures of it from different angles. And again, over here, same rock, same gizzard. And then we have another gizzard that we thrown in just for good measure. Got a bag full of those things. Okay, so now that we've seen all that, this is just a preview. There's way more rocks to come. Take a look and think about these igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. And you got to wonder, do they really are is this really how rocks form? Or is that just a story? Because the the main theory for these rocks, like for these type of rocks, the science is called uniformitarianism and gradualism, which kind of says that everything happens slowly over time, which is not the same as catastrophism, which we'll get to in our next video. And I believe in catastrophism because of my empirical data that I've collected for 2 years. And because the world is a lie. So I want to know something. You think it's rad? Don't you think it's rad? You know what rad is? Rad is Rock Appreciation Day. So what do you think? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think that this doesn't mean anything at all? Do you think that you're being told the truth about anything? Do you think there's a reason that they would lie to you about the rocks and what the rocks are? What do you think? I just want to know what you think. That's why I'm sharing here. I really want to hear what people think about these things. And I want to share what I think because, I do. Who doesn't? But I do want to hear what you think. So if you share in the comments section below, uh, you guys can talk amongst each other. It's not super likely that I'm going to be able to comment on every single comment, but, have a lovely day and we'll talk to you later. Happy Rock Appreciation Day.